Welcome to the Daughter Arise channel. My name is Yvonne and this channel is all about bringing you content to do with childhood sexual abuse. On this channel I share things to do with my experience of going through this childhood trauma. I also cover news stories and other things to do with this childhood abuse, and from time to time when I'm fortunate enough I do interview other survivors and their supporters in hopes of raising awareness of this childhood abuse. So if this is the type of content that you're looking for, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified of any new uploads. And if you do like the content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So in today's video, I am sharing a story of a 54-year-old woman who confronted her uncle about the abuse that he had done to her 40 years earlier. And this abuse happened from the age of 10 to 12 years old. Now, at first, I was going to do kind of like a in the moment reaction video to the story, because I have now actually figured out how to do reaction videos, and it was something I said that I wanted to try and do on this channel. But after watching the first 10-20 seconds of this video, I decided it was best not to do it in this format on this video, to kind of help protect myself and also as well kind of allow for the video just to play, because I felt like rather than interrupting the video and stopping at points, it was important to hear her story undisturbed, uninterrupted in its entirety. I do need to say here that I am giving a trigger warning about this video because of the nature of childhood sexual abuse and the explicitness of it, because this is a real life story of something that this lady has gone through in her childhood. I want to give this trigger warning because if you find this type of thing triggering or upsetting, it might be best for you not to watch this video, or to prepare yourself to watch the video. You might want to come back at a later time, or you might not want to watch this video at all. But as I always say on this channel, the whole point of it is to share other survivors' stories. And we know that a lot of people are still not comfortable with talking about what childhood sexual abuse looks like and the acts that it involves and kind of the aftermath that it leaves. A lot of people in society in 2026 are still not comfortable with that. But on this channel, this is a space where we face this stuff head on. And it's important that we face it head on and break the secrecy of it and the shame of it and all the other things that come along with this experience, because as survivors, myself, I'm including that as well, because I went through this as a child as well. We have to lift the shame off of ourselves and put it where it belongs, on the people, the perpetrators of our abuse. And one of the ways that we can do that is by sharing our stories honestly and openly. Even if our stories make others feel uncomfortable, it is an important part of lifting the darkness of this terrible experience that we have all had, those of us who have gone through childhood sexual abuse. So I'm going to share this video. This lady is a Jamaican lady. She's 54 years old. I'm not sure where on your screen, if you cannot understand the language of Patois, which is the Jamaican language, I think you may be able to find maybe captions or subtitles to help you to understand it. But also as well, once you finish watching the video, I will kind of summarize what she has said as well. So I will be back with my thoughts after the video.
Almost every day. Sometimes I sleep, you take me to the bed and you can't make sex me all in the bathroom. But as far as me remember, it coming like it was every day. It was very, very regular. Them time they may not reach puberty yet. Me not no breast, me not no pubic hair, me not start the period yet. Remember the day when me start the period, it stop, you know. When me come and tell me say me have the blood, you know. At that time it stopped. Them time they go on for 2 years. Yes. At 2 years, you have sex me for as a little girl. That me get so used to it. Me just think it's a regular thing. So anyway, me then you call me. When you say Yvette, me get up and me come. Although me know say sex, you have a sex me. Me get so used to it that it come in like something normal to me. That me not tell nobody, me not fight you. The first time, you remember the first time?
You resist.
Do you remember the
No,
first time?
no, it is.
You know
But,
what
yes.
all people say? Who shit a bush no member who step in it?
Yes.
The first time, remember Miss May build the house and she have the next bathroom outside. The first time outside I bathed in the bathroom. And you come and you have the machete under your arm. You come from down a bush. And me done in the shower already out the door, me naked me a bathe and you come to the bathroom. That was the very first time. And you come in there to me, you put the machete on my neck and you say, don't make no noise, if you make no noise, I'll chop you up and bury your bush. That was the very first time. And I not say nothing. Me just freeze and you just hold me up against the shower and you rape me. You have intercourse with me, you sex me. And then when you left, I stay there and I just stay in the shower and wash up myself and clean up myself. After that, the next day, you never trouble me. And then the following day, you do it again. No, by that time, no, remember, me never ball the first time, me never fight, me never resist, me just freeze and frighten. And that's how you did it. And then after that now, you do it again, and it's like me not no tears, me not cry. So then it just become a regular thing. And maybe because your sister, me not fight you, me not resist, me not cry, you just, me don't know if you think say me did okay with it. I wasn't okay with it. I was 10 years old. Me not have the mind frame for consent. 10-year-old people can't consent to sex. You understand that, right? A 10-year-old child cannot consent to sex. Right? And it went on for 2 years. When me asleep, remember, there was 2 beds in the room. Miss me a bed, and then the next bed me and Camille sleep on. Camille always sleep towards the wall. Camille knew that you were coming and taking me. And she did afraid to sleep out towards the end of the bed. So me always sleep. I take myself, my body, and I protect Camille by making sure me there at the edge so that you don't take she. And you take me up. Sometimes I sleep and you pick me up over your shoulder and come in the bathroom, go fuck me, and then we come back into the bed. You know, so you ejaculate sperm in me all the time, uncle. You used to ejaculate inside me as a 10-year-old child. Can remember the things, the slime I run down my leg when me have to clean up. Me a 54-year-old, me soon turn 55 next year. And me not connect love and sex together. I know me not make the connection say me supposed to have sex with a man and me love. Me can't have sex with anybody. Because me not really care about love and sex don't mesh for me. Marriage no mean nothing to me because at the time you take my virginity, you were married to Mary. So I don't take them things are not important to me because I don't see the importance of it. Yeah, Mary I go church, yeah, Mary married. What me want to know is, Mary had to know that you were doing it. Was she afraid to stop you?
I don't think she did know. Maybe maybe she only knowledge she did have when you said she come in front of her grandma. And you know, as she made me realize.
How could she not know when you left your bed at night time and come take me out of my bed? Sometimes hours at night.
That time Mary did down there too.
Yes, me and Mary and Orlando in the room. Remember clearly Orlando around up and down and I'm like a brief. Mary dead there with you. How did she? As a big man now, if me asleep with a man and the man come out of the bed every night and how did she not even think or know say, yeah, take me to my bed at night time? How did she not know?
Well, me not protect her or anything, but you know say, not the long run. I hear, she said she hear, and me don't know who she the family or whosoever.
Did she find out before Miss May beat me and send me away that day there?
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's the first time she hear about it.
As God me, I first.
And what did she?
So, as you heard in that video, this very brave and courageous lady has shared what this abuser has done to her in her childhood. Now, as you can see from the way the camera is set up, he doesn't probably know that he's been recorded. And I reckon that she has done that because if he knew that he was being recorded, he probably would deny it. But when I watched this video, before I shared it with you guys, I found it a little bit unsettling and triggering because my own father was Jamaican and it just kind of brought back some memories for me of when I myself had confronted my own father at 21 years old. But that is for another time. I want to just talk to you about what she shared in this video. And I will be looking at my notes because I did make notes just so that I didn't, forget anything that I wanted to talk to you about. You can see as she's telling this story, he is not really sad, he's not really saying anything, but she shared that the first time this man, as her uncle, R-worded her and sexually abused her was at the age of 10 years old. She said that she was just having a shower when he had come in from chopping down bushes. He had his machete in his hand. He came into the bathroom, held that machete to her neck and R-worded her and sexually abused her. And that happened to her. She said she didn't cry. She didn't show any kind of emotion. And that is totally understandable because being in that position as a child, I've shared many times my experience of being R-worded and sexually abused by my dad from the age of 9 to 13 years old. And I've shared that in my autobiography, Daughter Arise. When you're a child and that suddenness of that act happens to you, it is like shock and awe. You can't believe that this is happening. How to react to it. You've never come across anything like that. When you are a child and you're being sexually abused, it's very hard to put into words what goes through your mind in that moment. So when she was sharing this about not even crying and not even reacting, I totally understood why she felt like that, why she reacted like that. She said that he didn't say nothing to her the next day, he didn't do it the next day, but the day after that, he did it again. And that was his pattern over the next 2 years. He would call her, she would go, he would R-word her, sexually abuse her, and that was the pattern. And she said that, she didn't even freeze, she wasn't even frightened, she never cried, resisted, or tried to fight it. After a while, she just thought it was normal what he was doing to her. That's what she thought. She said that she was scared because I think she had a sister or somebody that was close to her. So at night, she would sleep on the outside of the bed because she was scared that he might want to do it to her as well. So she would put herself on the edge of the bed because obviously he was doing it to her. And she didn't want him to do it to her sister or cousin or somebody. I couldn't quite make out. One of the things she also said to him as well, that a 10-year-old cannot consent to sex. And that is so true. A child can never consent to being in a position to have sex because it is abuse. This paedophile sexually abused her from the age of 10 to 12. She was a child. She had no rights over her body. She even was saying in the video, when he first did this to her, she hadn't even started puberty, had periods, gone through the puberty stage. She was a child. And even with those things, obviously you are still a child, but her sharing that just goes to show this man just didn't even care about what he was doing to her. And as she was speaking in the video, I was watching his expression. He wasn't remorseful. He wasn't sorry. Obviously, as time went on in this video, he did kind of open up about this. He did do it. He was doing these things to her. I found the video to be very difficult to watch because I know what that is like to go through that experience. But hearing how it has affected her life still to this day, when she was talking about the fact that she does not connect sex and love together. This is something I've talked about on this channel through my own experiences of struggling in my marriage, in my relationship, connecting sex and love as a whole package thing that comes together rather than it being something that, you know, you dissociate from. I've shared my experience on this channel. And, you know, I know without the Lord God and his healing and going through therapy, I would never have been able to have connected sex and love together. And to hear how at 54 years old, she still does not connect sex and love together because of the trauma of what she's gone through. She doesn't even believe in marriage, which is totally understandable because, as she shared in this video, this man had a wife. He was married. He was the faithful little churchgoer, going to church with his wife every Sunday. And she saw all of that. As she was going through this experience of being abused by this man for that 2 years, him creating this facade, keeping up the facade that he was an upstanding citizen in his community, going to church, being a husband, she said, seeing him behave like that, what he did to her, being married, it means nothing to her. And I totally understand it. I totally get it. This man is a hypocrite. This man, through what he's done to her, has kind of skewed her responses to love, to sex, to men, to marriage, to God. And he will be held accountable for his actions, for what he has done to this lady as a young child. Another important thing she brought up in this video was about questioning how his wife did not know that he was doing what he was doing to her. Because most nights, as she said, he was leaving the marital bed and coming into this young girl's room, taking her out and abusing her, sexually abusing her. And she was questioning whether his wife was wondering where he was disappearing to at night. I can tell you from the experiences that I've had within my own family of going through my abuse, when my mum used to see my dad coming into the bathroom and when I was having my evening wash, that it's more likely true that his wife did know what her husband was doing. My mum, I believe, knew what my dad was doing because he was only coming into the bathroom when I had my evening wash. Not with my brother, not with my sister. The bathroom was right opposite her room. She saw him coming in and she saw him going out. She never once questioned it. And that is a big thing within the black community. And it's been my experience, this lady's experience, many other survivors' experiences that I've supported over the last 13 years, where it's better to bury your head in the sand than to face what is going on. It is better to pretend like you don't see anything rather than to confront it. Because more often than not, they know what's going on. Whether it's the mum, the wife, they know what's going on. They see the changes, they see little things, but they don't ever confront it. Maybe out of familiarity of their life, being comfortable in their lifestyle, maybe they provide whatever they're doing, maybe they don't want to upset the home, maybe they're scared, but they don't confront it. She had nobody in her life as a young child who would have seen that and would have stopped it. As a matter of fact, she mentioned in this video that she got beaten and sent away. And yet, those who commit these crimes against children, more often than not, in the black community, and I know it happens in a lot of other communities, and I support survivors from other communities as well, but first-hand experience, those that commit these crimes within our community are protected. And it's a real shame. Because what this lady has had to endure and go through has stayed with her entire life and has robbed her of the chance to be able to enjoy the things that she was naturally supposed to enjoy, to be able to have somebody to love and somebody to love her, and to be able to, if she wanted to have a marriage and to have a relationship with God, because this man has skewed the whole thing, her views of it all. And my hope and prayer for her is that she can find the support and love that she needs to be able to process once and for all what has happened to her. And my heart goes out to her. As somebody who has gone through this myself, I understand the pain of what she has gone through. And I hope in part confronting him, because maybe for years, maybe she's been called a liar, nobody believed her. I hope that maybe in confronting him, she can start to find a little bit of peace. And my prayer is that she'll be able to find that in God. And for the person who's done this to her, I hope and pray justice is served upon him. Because the likelihood is, this lady, as a little girl, wasn't his first victim, and she probably wasn't his last. I hope that the full arm of justice comes for him. In Jamaica, I'm not sure about how seriously they take these things. I hope that it is taken seriously. I hope that there is a path of justice for historical victims. I pray that he's arrested and charged and put in jail for what he has done to this lady. And there's no escaping it. He will face justice for what he's done, whether it's here or later. So that is it for this video. I just wanted to share this with you. If you are somebody out there who has gone through this, I would encourage you to get support. You can reach out to Daughter Arise, the organisation that I run, to support survivors of childhood sexual abuse, or you can look for survivors networks, helplines and resources in your local area. In London, we have the National Association of People Abused in Childhood. You know, if you know that a child is going through this as well, you can report it to the NSPCC. I'm talking about over here in the UK, but you can find equivalent, I hope, in your countries, wherever you're watching this from as well. So that is it for this video. Until the next one, take care.